Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
The National Rifle Association says it supports additional regulations on the device the Las Vegas shooter used to convert his semi-automatic weapons to fire automatic. The NRA is calling for the review of bump fire stocks, devices that allow semi-automatic rifles to fire off rounds quicker. Valley News Team's Molly Casey talked with local NRA members about the group's support of the restrictions and what they would mean for safety.
I told my wife right away that it's not fully automatic weapons.
Dwayne Spooner has been repairing and building custom rifles for over 3 decades and knows gun accessories well, like the bump fire stocks used in the Las Vegas mass shooting. Accessories the NRA is now calling on to be reviewed for legality.
My thought is that they're wanting ATF to come out and say yes, they are a legal gun accessory.
His son Joshua agrees.
They simply asked, re-review them, do your job as the BATFE, find out, do you classify these as legal, which you did.
Others disagree. Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle came together to announce a bill to ban the devices.
Fully automatic weapons have been banned for a long time. Apparently this allows you to take a semi-automatic, turn it into a fully automatic, so clearly that's something we need to look into.
Even if tighter restrictions are approved, there's no guarantee the devices will stay off the market. Both men we talked to said people will find a way around it.
It's like a speed limit. It's only there if you abide by the law.
Lawbreakers do not care about what the laws are. They only care about what their end goal is.
However, the Spooners say it's not about the firearms or the accessories. It's about the people that use them and their bad intentions.
Actual uses, it does nothing to make a firearm more dangerous than anything else. It's still just a firearm.
From Fargo, Molly Casey, Valley News Live.
Reports show that the NRA is still pushing for government officials to pass the SHARE Act, which will revise a variety of existing programs to expand access to and opportunities for hunting, fishing, and recreational shooting. A group gathered tonight in Grand Forks for victims of the Vegas massacre. A prayer service was held in front of a new downtown gun store. Brothers Gun Shop moved for the local co-op that went out of business. A spokesperson for the group says their main message is one of love, unity, and healing. However, it was no accident that they gathered in front of the new gun store.
This was a co-op, and now it's turning into an accessible gun store. I am only speaking for myself, but I am not happy that there's a gun store here that's so accessible. Kids can just walk right up to it.
About a dozen people attended tonight's candlelight vigil. Whether it's the Las Vegas shooting and other acts of violence or natural disasters, pastors in Kindred decided it was the right time to hold a prayer service and vigil for the victims of both natural and man-made disasters. Candles were lit and prayers were said to remember those who lost their lives and to ask for community healing.
When we come together on a common ground of humanity and love for one another and hope and peace, we're stronger together.
Prayers also went out to those still recovering from the recent hurricanes in the Atlantic, as well as first responders risking their own safety to help others. A fourth surgery is needed for a North Dakota man and former UND baseball player who was injured in the mass shooting in Las Vegas. Andrew Goodmanson's father reports that his son will remain sedated to control the immense pain of his injuries. The date for the next surgery is unknown as doctors are making their decisions on a day-to-day basis. Investigators are learning more about Stephen Paddock's planning in the months before the massacre in Las Vegas. There's information tonight that the gunman scoped out other possible venues for his crimes. Reporter Danielle Nottingham has more from Las Vegas.
Investigators reconstructing Stephen Paddock's movements say the Las Vegas gunman looked at bigger music festivals like Lollapalooza before setting his sights on a country music concert outside Mandalay Bay Sunday night. Officials say in August, Paddock booked a room at the Blackstone Hotel overlooking Lollapalooza in Chicago, but never checked in. He booked another room last month for the Life is Beautiful show near the Vegas Strip, and he may also have researched locations near Boston's Fenway Park. Police are looking for anyone who came in contact with Paddock before the shooting, including a woman reportedly seen with him at the Mandalay Bay Casino. Paddock's girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley, spoke with the FBI Wednesday. A law enforcement official tells CBS News Danley was concerned about Paddock's mental stability.
He doesn't fit any of the profiles. Until they can actually completely complete this investigation, we're not going to know what was on his mind. And we may never know, actually.
Since October of last year, Paddock stockpiled 33 weapons from different gun stores in several states, avoiding any red flags. His car also contained ammunition, fertilizer, and the powerful explosive tannerite. A moment of silence was observed at the Patriots-Buccaneers game in Tampa Thursday night in memory of Paddock's victims.
There are also reports that Paddock bought Danley a car back in August at a dealership just blocks away from the Atlantis casino. Paddock paid in full with a check. If you're thinking about donating to victims of the shooting, use caution. The Better Business Bureau says there are people out there trying to take advantage of the situation, setting up fake GoFundMe pages. One Michigan woman says she tried to donate $50 to shooting victims, but ended up getting fooled.
Excited and just pushed the buttons, you know, just a little bit too fast. You could see it wasn't set up by them, and there was only $10 other donated, and that triggered me that I had the wrong site.
There is one major GoFundMe page set up to help the shooting victims. That site has been verified and is safe to donate to. 3 Minnesota men are facing charges after a bar fight led to a report of gunshots. This afternoon, authorities were called to Pete's Place West. That's just outside of Bemidji. There was a reported fight with gunshots fired. 2 vehicles took off after the fight. Both were found shortly afterwards. 35-year-old Andy Tillotson and 31-year-old Kevin Robertson are facing assault charges, while 24-year-old Devian Beasley is being charged with illegal possession of a firearm. A federal jury has found a man guilty of murder. Prosecutors arguing that Modesto Torres ordered the hit that killed a 24-year-old outside the Flying J truck stop in Grand Forks in 2016. And he also led a meth trafficking ring in the region. He was convicted of 3 of the 4 counts he was facing. Torres will be sentenced on December 1st. Mental health care is an urgent need in the rural communities. The Northern Cass School District is trying to break down barriers and bring mental health services to its students. 3 groups have come together with a new initiative aimed at tackling students' mental health. A licensed therapist is coming to the school 1 day a week.
Everybody drives to the metro area to get them. If we can provide them here, it's going to allow our parents and our kids to be able to stay focused on school or family. It's a need because of our location.
The United Way of Cass Clay and the Burgum Foundation are partnering with the school district for this program. The therapist's first day at the school will be next Wednesday.